There are so many good foundations out right now, but these are the very best full coverage foundations that you can get at Sephora. Now, I love a good full coverage moment. So let's go ahead and start out with the foundation that I tested out here recently with the most full coverage. First, if you are new here, honey, hey girl, my name is Angela Denise and I love makeup. And if you do too, I really think that you'd like this channel. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation. I have it in the shade 12 Neutral. It comes in a total of 36 shades with a variety of different undertones at $49. And it is the most full coverage of the 5 foundations that I'm talking about here today. She's a little bit more on the thicker side, but what I noticed about this one, especially on camera, is once you blend this foundation in, it really looks beautiful and melts right into the skin. Now, this is a foundation that I reviewed, I want to say, over 5 years ago, but it was recently reformulated. So I thought that I would pick it up, give it another try, and see if there's any improvement. The old formula used to be a little bit more viscous, a little bit more thick. And I found that this particular formulation not only controls oil a little bit more, but also blends into the skin easier. Although I do think the shade range is decent and somewhat inclusive for dark and deep skin, the undertones could use a little bit of work. This is the foundation that I would wear during a special occasion, holiday party, or just any time where I want to be full glam. The Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I wear the shade Caracas. I honestly think that this is one of the most misunderstood full coverage foundations per the ratings that I've seen on Sephora.com. With this particular foundation, you're going to need to apply a little bit and blend and layer in spots. This foundation retails for $54 in 34 different shades and a variety of different undertones. I really do look to Nars when it comes to cool and warm undertones, although they do need to do a bit more work on their neutral shades in their range and then also cohesiveness within their range. One thing that I noticed about the Nars Natural Radiant Foundation is that the shade ranges vary within formula. So, for example, the shade Caracas doesn't necessarily look the same in the soft matte formula or in the light reflecting formula. I really like Nars foundation for people that are warm and cool undertones. Nars really does need to do some work on the neutral undertones because girlies like me kind of have a hard time, depending on the formula, finding a good shade. However, this foundation looks absolutely stunning on camera, which is one of the reasons why I love this for like bridal photography or any situation where you're going to be on camera. The Mercier Real Flawless Perfecting Foundation. I wear the shade 5W1 Sienna, I believe, and I also have it in 2 other shades here in my collection in 5N1 and 5N2. This is a very, very, very thin formula. It is a skin-like formula, and I was surprised by it because of the texture. It was kind of like that watery texture of a formula, and I wasn't expecting to be so full coverage. Me and Bang making plays till we crashing, yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't need to be on the scene, we are the scene, yeah. Dripping wetter from head to toe, la baby me, yeah. I get what's mine, that's reminder, be my ride. One of the things that has confused me about this particular formula is that it doesn't really dry down. It kind of looks luminous on the skin, but it's not luminous or dewy at all. It just looks that way. I have been trying out this foundation for several months now, and it only just dawned on me about a month ago that this is just the way the formula looks until you powder it down, and then it looks absolutely stunning. Laura Mercier has always done okay with neutrals. The warm undertones has always been kind of iffy. To me, some of the warms actually look like neutrals. That's one of my struggles with Laura Mercier. This foundation retails for $52 and 32 shades in a variety of different undertones. The Estée Lauder Doublwear Stay in Place Foundation. This is Old Faithful. This is the girl that I know, if I'm not quite too sure about your skin type, but I know you want a full coverage foundation, I would say Estée Lauder Doublwear if you hadn't tried it already. And I wear the shade 5N 1.5 Maple. The beautiful thing about Estée Lauder is the fact that they have, Estée Lauder Doublwear is they have shades. I probably have 2 or 3 different shades in the Doublwear formula that I could wear and get away with, but the 5N 1.5 is my very best. The Estée Lauder Doublwear is a perfect balance between coverage, formula, thickness, and shade range. At $52, you still need to buy a pump, which is going to cost you $12, making this the most expensive foundation on the list, but I really do feel like it's worth it. The Lawless Forget the Filler Foundation. This is a skin plumping, line smoothing formula. I love this foundation. This is a new love. Over the last couple of months, y'all, I've been behind the scenes. I've been testing. I've been doing all of the things. And this one, just going back and looking at some of my videos over the last couple of weeks, I've been wearing this one and a few others in particular. And this is a beautiful formulation. I really love this. If you don't have perfect skin, if you have fine lines, this is perfect. If you have texture like me, this is perfect. And the best thing about this particular formula is the fact that there are quite a few shades. There's probably 2 or 3 different shades that I can wear around my skin tone in this formula. And that is something that I love to see. At $47, it comes in 33 shades. I do think that there's something to be desired for a few more shades in the range, but they do have a great variety if you are around my skin tones and a variety of different undertones. And I really do love the blurring factor on this foundation. I honestly really can't rave enough. This is a very full coverage option and the most perfecting, if you ask me, on today's list. I would love to continue this conversation down in the comment section. Let me know which full coverage foundations that you've been wearing and what you've been testing here recently. If you love foundation talk, you're going to want to check out this playlist where I test out a variety of different foundations here on the channel. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.